Hey, what's going on? Got my morning hairdo going on here, and my pickup, the driver's window does not roll up or down. So I'm assuming it's the motor, the window motor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the door panel off, and I got this in the mail. You can see it's got the motor here and the tracks. It comes as one assembly, and I am gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So to take this door panel off, it's fairly simple. You just take this triangular corner piece off here. Kind of pops out like so. You gotta take this out. There's a bolt behind here and a bolt behind under here. You can kind of see it up underneath there. And you gotta take this little piece off here, this panel piece. And if I can get that off there. And so I could take that bolt off, and then this kind of just pries off from the back side here. See, just like that. And there's a bolt behind there. They are 9/16, or no, not 9/16. I don't know if you can see it on there. 9/32 is what the size of those are. So you just take those out like so. So I can do this one-handed here. Take that one out. Don't want to lose the screws for sure, or the bolts, whatever you want to call them. Like, they're more screws than anything. And then I can't get that out. So anyway, when you get those two bolts out, this whole door panel will just lift up. There's just it just slides down on some into the door frame there. So it just lifts up and it comes right off. All right, so I got the door panel off, and you can see how this is the bottom of the door panel. You can see how it just slides into these slots in the door, in the metal part of the door. So that's what I was talking about. And you got to take the door panel all the way off to get into this section here. You can see, the window assembly there. So, and I'm gonna have to take all this plastic off here. I've got some adhesive to stick it back up there. And when you take the door panel off, you got all these connectors. This is for the back little light deal up here, and for the window, there's a bunch of plugs here on the window switches and your speaker wire. So what I did is I took a picture of where all these plugs go, and they're kind of, the blue plug goes here. Sorry about that. And this black plug goes up here. This one was empty. And then this long plug here, that goes in there. And then this is with the red thing on there, that's the back plug here. That's probably for your mirrors. So you just want to make sure you get those plugs back in the right spot. So anyway, I'm gonna take this plastic off. I might have to take this door handle off to get that plastic out from underneath there. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so I got the plastic down, I got the handle off there. Here's the rod for the handle. And you can see the bolts that are holding that window assembly bracket. There's one here, there. You see the motor here. There's one down there. They're all 10mm. So I'm going to start taking those all off. Now the actual window is clamped, into a bracket up here on this on these deals here. So when I take that when I get these all loose, I'm gonna have to take that loose too, I think. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to either tape the window up there so it doesn't slide down, or I don't know. We'll see when I get there. All right, so I'm about ready to unloosen all these bolts, and they're all 10 millimeter. And I wanted to make sure that where the window, I got it taped up there just in case, where the window was sitting in those deals. See, I got the all unpackaged here, and you can see how there's a spot for the window to sit in there. I wanted to make sure where it sat, and it looks like, as I'm looking up in there, it looks like it is sitting clear down into that deal. So I think I'm gonna just have it go clear down into there, and then tighten this this bolt up, and that's a 10 millimeter also. So anyway, just thought I would explain that real quick. So there we go. Okay, so I got the whole assembly out of there. Here's the window. You can see it in there. Got the window taped up so it doesn't fall down. And here's the old assembly. It wasn't too difficult, but you can see there's a little ledge thing here, or a little lip on both sides. There's one here. You can see that. Okay, those kind of slip right into this this little slot here. So you've got to loosen where it attaches to the window here. You gotta loosen that up, so that's loose on each side, and then you've got to slide it this way to lift that up off out of this slot. Okay, so that's how you get those out of that and off the window there. And then to get it out of here, you just kind of slide it together like this, so it's sideways, and it will come right out of that area there, out of the door. So now I'm gonna put the new assembly up in there right now. So I've got the new track in there, the window track and everything, the assembly. And it comes with a different connector, but it snaps into the connector the right way. So I'm just gonna put it right here on this side of those cables, so it never gets in front of the window there. The stock unit actually had a plug right there. So, that's the only difference in these aftermarket things you get. There's the plug, but it just plugs into this wire here. So I could potentially, put it somewhere else, maybe over here, but I think this will probably work like that. Anyway, now when I put this in there, these window holder deals were down on the track that I got. So I had to put the window down to get into these holder dealy bobbers there. So I don't know the right name, but anyway. So now what I did is I put the door panel back up in here, and I plugged everything back together. I think this is the window switch plug here. I'm thinking, heck, I don't know. Anyway, so I got it all plugged back together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the window back up. Hopefully this thing is going to work. Hopefully. Cross my fingers. So here I'm going to turn the key on, and I'm going to hit the window switch here, and we'll see. Oh, yay, it is going to work. So I'm going to roll it back up as high as it'll go, and then I'm going to tighten those that nut there that clamps that window into the bracket. So there it is. That's all the way up. So I'm going to tighten those up and start putting everything back together. Now I said I was going to put everything back together, but I tightened these up, and so they're clamped to the window now. And I want to make sure before I put everything back together that it went clear down and clear back up without any hitch. before I started putting the door panel and the plastic crap all back up there. You know, it's a pain in the ass. So anyway, let's go. Let's try this again. Turn the key on. All right, here. So we're gonna. Well, I gotta take the tape off, right? Okay. Let's try this. The window switch. All right, here we go. Down. Down. See, it goes clear down to that thing there. I think that's gonna work. So it goes up pretty fast. Yeah, I'm pretty good. So I think it'll work. Awesome. I'll start putting everything back together now. All right, so I've got the door panel back on, and I got the plastic. Where's my stuff? There's my stuff. I got it glued back up on there. I started to put the door panel back on, but I forgot to put this on, so I had to put my handle back on. What else? So when you put the door panel back on, make sure if you got wires running out to your mirror, you know, for the signal and the automatic mirror movement or whatever, make sure they go up here on that side, because there's a little you know, latch thing that goes right there. So make sure those wires are up there. And I'm pretty much done. I think I'll get this back on there. Yeah, I'll do it later. I need 2 hands. But I think I'll test that out one more time here. There's the window switch. Nice. Goes clear down. Clear up like brand new. So it was the motor. I was hoping it wasn't this switch. This is more expensive to replace. That assembly there online, I think it's made in Taiwan, but it's like 40 bucks. So not too bad to fix it yourself. Saves a lot of money from going to dealership. I'm not sure what they would charge. I'm sure, you know, 300 or 400 bucks. I don't know. Maybe not quite that much, but anyway. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the messy hairdo. I just didn't want to style it today. But if you want some more videos coming up, subscribe. Thanks again.